Hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone is doing well. Of course, we are back in Cider River. I'm very happy with how our campus detailing project came out. I think it looks really nice. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. One thing I forgot to do was this roundabout, so let's just start here and add in a little bit of detailing. Hope everyone's doing well on this lovely Saturday morning. Let's go ahead and grab this. Since we now can do this nice fencing here. And let's just grab some bushes. Real simple here. We don't need anything crazy. Some nice simple detailing will do the trick. Perfect. That's it. That's all we need. Just a little something something there. Okay. So exciting to have our university finally all detailed up. Yeah, I'm also just really happy with the traffic in this city. There's areas that it's busy, but it's still moving and grooving. All right, so we are gonna zip over to our museum build. This thing needs a big old detail. So that's what we're gonna work on today. And this is gonna be fun too, because we're probably gonna end up moving some buildings around a little bit here and there. And probably doing a lot of flowers, and it's nice to see how busy this area is though. That's very fun. Yeah, and then we're going to add in a lot of small buildings too as well. Let's go ahead and get our lighting a little bit more in the neutral area here. And as I always say, a project this big can feel really overwhelming, but you just start with a little tiny section at a time and you go from there. So that's what we're gonna do. Well, it's nice to see everyone. Hello, No Mercy. Hello, Steve. Hello, Chris. Thank you. I'm glad you can hear me okay. Now, these I just put here temporarily. So we are going to go ahead and move these into place. Like so and like so. Lovely. Yeah, that's very nice. We're going to go ahead and grab our fencing right there, and yeah, that is nice. Perfect. Okay. So this is where we have our, we've got our metro coming under here. We've got our tram and we've got our monorail, and of course all of the parking here as well, which is handy. Now this essentially is just a Like, I guess cars could turn around in this, but that, I guess, works. Because we wanted this to be pedestrian, because I didn't want cars coming through this area. It was just causing problems. So that's why we did that. All right, well, let's jump in here and let's start with this little section right here on this big detail job. We'll see how long it takes us. We might be here for a minute. But that's okay. I took on a long walk and I ate a big breakfast, so we should be good for a while. All right. I think it would be nice to have something else in here. Let's just go ahead and take a look around at some options. We do have, yeah, this would be really nice in here actually. Lovely flower garden. I dig that. Ooh, we don't want that there actually. That's gonna block there. Okay, let's go ahead and grab a little path. Like so, right down to the corner. And like that. Perfect. Now we can do some nice bush detailing here, something really simple. I'm gonna try to remember today to use my line tool just to help make things a little bit easier. Well, sometimes it's not as easy. Sometimes just faster to hand place. Hope everyone had a great week. Hopefully. I'm so happy to be here and playing this game. It's just so relaxing. It's a good mellow out. Much needed one too. Okay, this is great. Simple. I think we can add a few more of those in there. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. Okay, one little section done. This could just be pavement here. And what would be really nice here is probably something from Larry right here, a little something. Yeah, we need a 1x3. We do have some nice little bicycle parking that could work. Yeah, that looks nice. Let's just put this here. Nice little bicycle parking. Fantastic. I think that's perfect. All right. Excellent. And over here, we just need some surface painter. Fantastic. Hello, Chris. Oh, hot weather. Very funny. I know, I always forget about the line tool. I really do. Okay, all right, I think we can continue our fencing here and here. Very nice. And additionally, also on the rail. Okay, then what I'd like to do is take a path here. We're gonna overdo the pedestrian paths today because that is gonna have a lot of paths. That's just gonna be the theme. Fantastic. Okay, let's grab our little bush. And we've got our line tool. Nice. Okay. And here we don't need a whole lot of things, just a few little trees. And I think that area is good. Keep it simple. But that looks really nice. Okay. I dig it. All right, now I had this the market here. It's a really pretty building. Let's change the lighting so you guys can see it. So this is with the Africa in miniature. It's basically like supposed to be like a market, like an indoor market building. I do really like this. It doesn't like to be too far away from the road. I am curious on if we should blend it in with this. Kind of try to make it a part of that. I don't think that's a bad idea. Kind of line that up. Yeah, that's not bad. And then we can just take some surface painter here. I have an idea. Just go to there. Okay, this feels like not quite lined up. Let's fix this so it's nice and straight. And then I thought about grabbing some tiles and doing a little bit out front. And then we could also create a little seating area over here as well. Hello, Blue. Nice to see you. We're detailing up our museum today. There's this, maybe something. Ooh, that's kind of fun and looks like it would match with that. There's also the pink. Ooh, that's kind of fun too. There's the orange and blue. I kind of like this one. It's pretty funky. This one is also nice. I think we're gonna go with this one. It's just gonna give this a little bit of interest. Lovely. I like that. Yeah, that's very nice. That looks cool. Okay. And then can we do some planters? I know we can. I don't know, I'm asking. But I think that would look very nice as well if we did those. Just gave some space to walk in between them, of course. Yeah, that's very nice. Okay, and then yeah, a nice colorful tree would be good here. Kind of just give this building a bit more importance. Make it feel a little bit more substantial there. Okay, I like that a lot. That's very nice. Okay. And how cool would it have been if we had gotten these planters that are here on this asset in the game? So many of us would have used those. They're great. Okay, let's grab. Of course, we're gonna grab, no shocker, the tables and chairs I'm obsessed with. These are so nice. Oh, a little Anna drinking her water ASMR, if you guys can hear that. Oops. Oh, you know what's going on? I know what's going on. I think I am missing that mod that lets you move your camera extremely close. I was, when I went to go put the 52 parks, I wanted to like clean up my mod list and just make sure I had everything I needed. And I think I accidentally took off some things that I needed. Whoops. Now that already says space occupied. Could I move it? And almost like this is, yeah, I like this here. That's great. That's what's going on. I'm missing that mod. I was wondering, I was like, why is this being so wonkadoo? I know why. We'll fix it for next time. We're here. We're gonna deal with it. So I apologize. A little food truck here. Fantastic. Okay. Man, this has been sitting a while without the garbage coming over here, but I know we have all kinds of connections. Let's just speed this up for a minute and just see if it's just taking a while. That's interesting. Interesting, interesting. Is it because we have the medium? Is there kind of no place for a car to turn around? I mean, there should be. I'm not opposed to changing up the roads a little bit. I don't think that's what it is, but well, here comes a garbage truck. Finally, that took forever. Yeah, it's needing to turn around anyways, so the road really doesn't matter. So we can put that back. Okay. Sorry, got derailed. Sidetracked. Okay, so we've got that there. And we have our two tram lines coming this way, which is really nice. Now I'm thinking about extending this little bit of pedestrian tram just so we could maybe put a building or two back here and just kind of extend this a little bit. I think that would be really nice. And it'll still be used as a one-way track. I think I would like to pop a note in there. Yeah. Just to there. Okay. Again, let's fix our lighting so we can see the back of this building. Yeah, we've kind of got a little bit of an outdoor area here. So I think, again, we can use a little surface painter and use some tiles here. And I think we can get something really nice in this area. Kind of extending this building. trying to get a nice straight line there, and we can play with that a little bit. Okay. Hello, Thor. Hello, Brian. Welcome in. Welcome in. Sorry I'm a bit quiet today. I'm just really enjoying the calmness of the day. City Skylines is just so soothing and just is such a delight, and it's just very nice. I don't need to have this on 3-speed anymore. Look at you. Yes, exactly. Okay. So, yeah, I'm missing that camera mod that just makes everything so much better. Okay, so I think back here, kind of extend kind of the market feel. And essentially there are, in here, there's some of the container building assets that I really like. There's also this one, which I think would be very good to have. We'll place it properly in a moment. And then there's also this one. And then there's one other one as well. This one. Which you're gonna place. I'm gonna have to do this up here since we don't have that camera mod. Okay, so I am thinking go here, maybe, potentially. Let's see. I do know I'd like to have you here, kind of on the edge of this. Like so. Yeah, just kind of extending whole market vibe here, if I can. Be nice if I get this to face that way, but it's not going to because it wants to be near the road. Thing I could do if we swap these, if I put this one here, that might actually kind of center this up here like that, and then kind of place this kind of in the middle. I almost wonder about bringing this one in a little closer too. Yeah, there we go. Kind of keeping things straight with the building and not straight with the road is kind of what I'm going for here. Yeah, that's nice. You've got the little side entrance right here, and then this is kind of open to both sides. You've got this here, so I think that works really well. And we can even just extend this asset a little bit. Grabbing these same chairs on either side, like so. It just kind of extends that a bit, which I really like. Okay. Yeah, I like that. It gives purpose for the pedestrian road here. We had to use this to get this to go over it. I mean, I guess I could have used move it, but I really like it with the pedestrian road through there. I think that looks really nice. Okay, and then on this side, we do have a nice little entrance here. So I think we play with that as well. Yeah, it's just too close. It's going to want to be a little funky there, which is fine. Okay. And then we can go in and grab, I believe these are in here, right? These are these ones, right? No. These ones? No. Guess we don't even have those ones. Those are definitely new-ish. We can use these though. They have a similar vibe. I'm okay with that. Kind of pull these through. A little tram coming through there. And then also should we do that or not? Maybe not. Okay. All right, and then some nice planters would actually look really nice out front. Yeah, if we use these again. Okay, and then let's grab those flowers we used on the other building. Those colorful ones. It's really pretty. Why not? Okay, I think I want to change this up now. Or do I? Maybe it's the trees. Don't mind the trees. I just think maybe the tree placement. And actually they should all be no, I'm gonna go with the bigger ones. We're gonna redo this. Yeah, let's go with the fatter ones here. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Let's start from here. Oh, I like these so much better already. They're picking up a little bit of the red tone from the building too, which I really like. Very nice. I do like that. Okay, and then I actually think these trees, a little something more substantial, is gonna look nice. Bring in that green. Oh, that looks really sharp. Okay. Hello, Greg. Welcome on in. Bobble's here. Yay. Nice to see everybody. I'm sure Greg put it in my Discord, which thank you, Greg, for doing that. But those of you who maybe have known Pilot or have followed Pilot, or maybe only discovered Pilot when Pilot did my airport here in Cider River, little kitty is having some health issues, so just all send good vibes. Good vibes. So sad. I feel like this should like come to the edge of this platform here. Yeah. Should we do this building again? Should we do a different one? These are pretty great. Well, that's kind of nice. Bringing a little bit more to the area. I do like that. Okay. That looks very nice now. Okay, I take that. All right, now let's focus on this area in here. And I feel like it'd be fun to do some like windy paths in here. And bring in some color. Yeah. I think if we want to do some dirt paths through here, that might be nice. Actually, what I'd like to do of course, you're going to be difficult. That's okay, that's why we have movement. Fantastic. Beautiful. Okay. Grab our little gazebo here. Put at the end like that. And then we can do lots of lovely landscaping through here. Let's grab our rose bushes. Nope. See, sometimes line tool is great, other times it really just is not, doesn't cooperate well. Sometimes just being able to figure out where exactly you want things to be is much better. Sometimes. Yeah, pedestrian overload. That's exactly what we're going here with here. But it's like with this large museum campus, like I just want there to be lots of beautiful walkways and activities and extra little, you know, buildings, and just really a destination is what I am looking for. Okay, so then what I want to do is I do want to take our juniper tree, and here's where we will use our line tool, and I do want this garden to feel very encapsulated. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, and then what I would like to do is grab, yep, nice big fluffy trees as well. And then over here, let's just give ourselves a nice little picnic area. Actually, let's do the lovely little parasols. Oh, that looks really nice. Okay. Oh, I really like this. Okay. That looks good. Like I said, today's gonna be a big project, everyone. Buckle up. Yes, for the gazebo. I wanted the little circle for the gazebo. I do like doing that. Plus, I wanted that path to dead end there. I thought that would look really nice. Okay. Now, in this area here, again, let's grab our fence. I guess we should do that on the other side as well. Fencing for everybody. All right. I'm thinking a cafe would be nice right here. One of the park cafes. The smaller one I think will fit. Maybe with Move It. Let's just see. I feel like we could make it work. We definitely can. Let's see. Which one do we want? There's that one. Yeah, we kind of want this more modern. I'm wondering if I really don't want that path to attach to, we pull this out and we can mess with that. Yeah, I don't want that to attach to anything. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a little, our little public restroom back here. That way the path has no purpose, but it's also not attaching to anything or going anywhere. All right, let's pull through the landscaping that is already here, which is the lovely birch trees. Let's pull those through. Love that. And then we've got a nice little cafe here. And we don't need it to be more than that. Fantastic. Can we get... Yeah, let's do pull through some of these apple trees as well. That's gonna look very nice, just to kind of help blend that out. And then actually, let's take out that one. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, I like the placement of having the cafe right there. Especially being close to public transit. Because maybe you're just transferring, you're not really going into the museum, but this is still nice and close. You can grab a little quick bite to eat. Hello, welcome on in. It's nice to see you back. Yes, exactly. Lots of cafes. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, speaking of music, I really am, you know, City Planner Plays, he did his own music. And his music is very, like, you hear his music and you think of his streams, but he was letting other people use it, but then he made the decision to not let other people use it. And I think that's really smart, because the same thing happened to me. I was watching another City Skyliners thing and they were using Phil's music, and I was like, like, that's cool, but also confusing for my brain. I totally get it. I totally get it. The thing is, the music that I use is just from Epidemic Sound, so anyone that pays for it can use it. Okay, this is starting to feel like something. And look how much we got done already. We just got to keep going, little section by little section. Let's come back to that. Let's keep moving on in through the museum. That's really, really where I want to get at. Okay, so what we just need here is some nice surface painter. Oh, this is going to be weird with the tracks. Okay, we'll have to figure that out. Because Surface Painter does not play well with these. It really doesn't. Might just do something a little different here on these corners then. And then yeah, I'll just do some landscaping here. And that will end up looking really nice. Let's just do let's grab our other bushes, our dark ones. They look really nice in here. Fantastic. Perfect. Surface painter issue solved. Okay. And there's really nothing else we need to do with that building there. So that's nice. Okay. Now we have got, yeah, so much fun stuff in here we can really play with. All right. This little area here, to me, it just feels like it's set up for a little bit of a market. I just think that would be really nice. Aw, thanks. Yeah, I was the other day, I was, you know, we've used this music for Cider River, so we've really gotten used to it. And plus, I've been building Cider River for like over 2 years. So, but I did go through and I was selecting new music for my new project, and that was really fun. So it'll be nice to have like a new, like something new, you know? It'll be fun. Okay, so yeah, we have lots of options here for okay, so that's that way. Okay, and then these are the ones, no, these are the ones that I am thinking of. Beautiful. And then we use these. Fantastic. And then I'm going to grab our big fluffy green tree we used on the other side and this here. Okay, and then I do want to grab the fencing. Don't want the fencing there because I do want folks to be able to walk from here to the tram stop, but I want the market to be more on this side here. And I need to mark these historical. I need to mark those other ones historical because I did not. Yeah, it's just like the perfect little place for a little market. And maybe this isn't a farmer's market. Maybe this is like a lot of little art vendors. You know, I know it's like set up for a farmer's market. I mean, maybe it is, but also it could be a bunch of little stalls set up for the day. You know, maybe this space gets rented. They come in and set everything up. Just like the perfect little spot for it, I think. Okay, now what I'd like to do in here is just grab that's all that's needed in that little spot. Okay, and then we've got a nice bigger area over here. So I'm thinking maybe the larger cafe would be really nice here, actually. Yeah, this is a good playlist. It is a good playlist. But I liked, you know, of all my projects, I've always done a new playlist. We've just been doing this one for so long. No hard techno and trance. It's still going to be very chill and vibey. You know, specifically this playlist I really picked kind of like a folky music, being that it was like Pacific Northwest fall build, like very guitar, very just kind of like, you know, what I would imagine you have on, you know, in the background. A nice fall day was kind of like the vibe when I was picking this music originally. So, yeah, I do try to match the vibe of the music to the project. Okay, so yeah, that one feels very much in line with kind of this area here. How do I want to place this is the question. Looks like these paths are just gonna be attaching no matter what, so like I'll just cover that up with some landscaping, I think. Yeah. The other option is trying to position this just don't think there's enough room to like position it across. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way. That's okay, because if you're outside eating, then you have a really nice view of this very ominous, I don't know if ominous is the right word, but it's a plaza that definitely gets your attention. That's for sure. All right, let's go in here, and this can come into there. That can go into there, and this is just gonna be what it is. But that's fine. We can use some landscaping to cover that up, which is what I am going to do, because I don't want that path to appear connected, because there's the fence there as well. We'll just go ahead and lean into this right here. In any case, yeah, the only reason I'm not sharing what I'm doing in the next project yet is because I want to make sure it's gonna work. I'm working on doing some testing, but I need to do some more testing this week. Because I don't want to, you know, say this is what we're doing and then be like, well, I couldn't do it. So, yeah, that's the only reason. Not trying to be like cryptic about it or anything. Okay, and then I think some nice color in here would be nice. Maybe a fountain would be nice to have. Little fountain here in the middle. And if we just do a little spot there, move this in the middle. Lovely. All right, let's grab some flowers. So nice to see how much activity we have in this area, though. Very, very nice. Okay. That is very nice indeed. Round it out with larger. Okay, I think that's really nice. Little nice little spot with little fountains, some nice colors. And we've got this cafe over here. Okay, I think we're coming together. Hello! Hello, Shannon. Nice to see you. Ah, Animal Crossing. Nice. He says if you need beta testers. I appreciate that. I've seen other people, like what I'm doing, I haven't seen anyone else do so far as like the idea of the project, but the thing that I need to do to make the project work, I've seen other people do. It's like, you know, I'm testing it out for myself to see how I do with it. Like, can I achieve this? So, you know, that's the situation. But yeah. Oh, well, that doesn't work because it covers the path, so that's okay. All right. These trees are here, so I'm just gonna pull them right through here in any case. Spread that out a little bit. Okay, and I don't want to block this, so I'm not gonna, my inclination is put a big tree right here, but I don't want to block any of that, so I'm just gonna leave that there, like that. I don't know which little bushes those are. They look very different, but they kind of have a similar vibe of these little ones, so maybe I go ahead and lean into these here. Just for a little something something along the path. Okay, there we go. That's very nice. Making progress. All right, now this little spot here. Take these, kind of try to center them up. And then take a little surface painter. Let's actually move these a little bit more that way. And then again, let's grab the bicycle. Yeah. Bicycle parking there. Fantastic. I will tell you, I was a little bummed that my computer just was not having it with City Skylines 2 and like recording and streaming and all the things. Like the graphics just wouldn't have looked up to a standard that's like good for recording videos or streaming or anything like that. Because I had an awesome idea, but it just means I have an idea in the tank for, you know, I need a better computer essentially. But that means I've got something for next time. So, you know, it is what it is. If no one else does it, but someone might by that point. But then I could just do my version of it, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Looks like there's so many different city building games that are coming out, though. I think, you know, being that City Skylines 2 kind of flopped on arrival, opened up the opportunities for someone else to come and do something. So we'll also see, you know, how all that develops with new games that we're getting as well. Anywho. Hello, City. Nice to see you. Welcome on in. It's a landscaping day here. Not the most exciting thing, but, you know. Okay, and then we're going to bring in bigger trees here. Kind of help fill that out a little bit. Okay. Ooh, starting to look really cool. Yeah, my goal is, we'll see how far we get today. I mean, I think we could finish the rest of this. I just might have to stream for a while. Yeah, Animal Crossing. Yep. That's a good one. Yes, it is so nice to see everyone here. Oh, I'm sorry, Greg, that you're not feeling well. That's a bummer. Yeah, it is fun to be with everybody. We had a good crowd today. It's exciting. We'll just keep going little section by little section. And we'll get it done. We'll get it done. All right. This little area here. I do feel like a little public restroom would be helpful here. I do want to be thinking about that as we're, you know, these buildings will have restrooms, of course, but I think it's also good to think about providing that when we can. We could also do right here. Little coffee shop. Yep, and then we can do some little tables. We could also do one of these as well. That could be interesting. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I dig it. Okay, so then we just grab, oh, those don't want to go underneath that. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. We're gonna ditch that. We're actually gonna go back to this. Let's go to our nice fancy little setups, little tables and chairs. That's very nice. Little spot to grab a cup of coffee. Got a little public restroom here. That's especially nice, you know, if you're gonna walk the farmer's market there. Even though you got the big cafe over here, but it's nice to have a little coffee spot. It's always nice. Okay, we just need, let's go ahead and just pull through these trees right here, and we can call that good right there. Kind of blending in nice together. Okay. Now, oh my goodness, you guys. You guys are so nice. Thank you so much. All that's going into the On a Treat Fund. I really appreciate. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Chris. Very, very nice of you. Oh, for a little Anna update, actually. Very happy to announce that this week, Anna has been doing 30-minute walks, no limping. Doesn't mean her, you know, she's always going to have her leg problems, but the thing is, we've built up her stamina and strength that she can go on a full 30-minute walk now, which we've been doing early in the mornings while it's cool outside. It's been so nice for me too, because, you know, we used to do hour-long walks every day, and I miss those for myself. But it's I might do some tiles here actually. It's really nice to be able to do a nice 30-minute walk. So yeah, it's very nice. It is very nice indeed. Let's look at the lighting here actually, and let's see. Look at this building. See what kind of tiles. I think we should do some tiles here. Oh, I actually kind of like the blue. I think would look pretty good. Kind of help this building have an even more prominent entrance. Yeah, that looks looks nice. And we do have parking here. And you know what? What we could actually do out here is bring in even more parking. Yeah, it's very nice. The problem is, I mean, it's not a problem for City Skylines. It really doesn't matter. The problem is there's no room for a car to pull in and park right here. That is a problem. But if we back these up, ooh, if we do this, if we back no, there's still kind of not enough room. That's kind of a shame. Okay, let's do something a little different then. I do want parking, but what we can do is if we just do 2 of these, then we leave room for cars to pull in. Yeah. I think that works. Okay. All right, and then go ahead and pull through this landscaping here, and that'll just help fill that out nicely. And then I think we do some planters along the side here. Okay, that's nice. Let's just grab some small trees. Yeah, that looks nice. And then you've got a little opening here so you can walk from your car, come up to there. Yeah, that looks really sharp. Really sharp. A city populated only by dogs. A dog city. A people-free city. Yeah. Oh, it's funny. Yeah. We do have some bicycle parking right here. We definitely could do some bicycle parking, but I kind of like providing a bit more, a little extra parking here. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. I feel like this is a good spot for this little guy. Little flowers here. Fantastic. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay. Cool. Finding all the little spots for all the little things. All right. Let's see. This side of the building, again, I think we just kind of pull through this kind of larger, these two trees here that we've been using. That just helps pull this through. Yeah, then that looks really blended out nicely too. Let's do the same along the back here as well. Fantastic. And this side, I think we go a little different. I think we lean into like that this whole area could be a plaza here. So I do think we grab the surface painter and just pull it all the way through. I'll go clean this up afterwards. But I kind of like the idea that this side over here is a big plaza. And surface painter is just not going to be perfect there, and that's okay. Okay, and then I wonder what. Okay, don't mind that actually. And then if we did little art in the middle there, like so. Just kind of lean into the open plaza of it all, you know? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's fix our lighting here. Fantastic. Do we have spotlights in this game? What do you mean by spotlights? What are we going to get when we get there? Oh gosh. I would like to know that an hour earlier. Exactly. How funky is this building, by the way? Some of these buildings that we got with this new pack are just so funky, but they fit well within this build. Yeah, they're super funky. Okay. We do have parking over here, but we're going to imagine that cars can pull up here and park. So I might widen that area there. And then we do have these steps that come down to here. Okay, I might actually move this building to there. I do like that. Okay. Bring that all in there. Okay. And then on the back side here, Or actually, this is the front of the building. So let's go. And I actually want to grab these blue tiles again. Bring that there. Like so. And actually, wonder if we can. We'll leave it like that. Okay. I do want people to be able to walk through that though. Okay. Let's grab the surface painter. That. Okay. I don't want to block that parking area right there. But yeah, so you can pull in here and park there, and then you've also got parking there and there, which I think is nice to have. Okay. And then I do want cars to be able to pull back here and park, so I almost think maybe this is where we should... I don't use them very often, but I wonder if this is where we should grab one of those airport hangar pieces that's like the pavement. Where are those? Are they in here? Or is it just in the find it? They're the aprons, right? Airport. Yeah. These are so big. But if we just come to there. And just give that a nice line. And then essentially cars can drive back there and park. And then we can put a little bit more parking out front here as well. And I think that will look very nice. Perfect. There we go. Okay. So let's take the trees that are already here on this asset. And let's go ahead and just pull them through like so. Lovely. Okay, and then I think this is where we will grab our line tool here. And well, I want this to be even closer. I want this to be pretty much like a hedge coming through here. it's not going to let us do it in that corner, but that's okay. All right, we have to deal with the limits of where we are, but that's okay. All right, I think that looks really nice. And I need to fix the music. Here we go. Where's the decoration you just put in? Oh, these things. So these are from the new, some of the new packs we just got. So this one is from the Renewed History. It's where we're getting a lot of these funky buildings, but then they have, really, I like the Renewed History for the props that we got with Renewed History. I've been using them everywhere. They're great. And some of the little parks have grown on me, for sure. But like some of these buildings are just like a bit funky. A bit funky, a bit much. But, you know, in something like this, they work really well. So, but yeah. I don't know if it's worth it to buy it for just that, if that's worth it for you, but maybe wait for a sale. Or, you know, if it's worth it. There's only one content creator pack or thing that I have not bought, and that's the race day. Doesn't mean I might not in the future. I own everything else, but I just didn't feel it wasn't something I wanted to do in this build, and just didn't feel like anything yeah. I think right in here, I'd like to again pull through the pedestrian tram and then do a little something on the track here. I think that would look really nice. Yeah. Yeah, it just also looks really clean. So I think on this side, we will do a fence and some landscaping. Let's grab our bushes here. Yeah, I did the thing you're not supposed to do. I went through at one point and added up how much I had spent on all the extra things that I had bought for this game over the years, and that was scary. That was scary. But worth it. Worth it, worth it. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to put over here? I like thinking about like places to eat and things like that because, you know, it's like a lot of these museums and buildings to visit. No, I love all the questions. Just holler at me if I miss any. Please do. Ah, we're talking about soccer. Got it, got it, got it. I had to catch up. I had to catch up there a little second. Got it, got it. Very fun, very fun. Okay, yeah, I think we go into here and grab my favorite cafe. I think it'll look really nice here. This one. I do love this cafe. I'm gonna scooch that right there. Fantastic. Okay. Should mark this historical. And then there's Larry's restaurant. There's the ice cream parlor, which could be really nice. Should we put the ice cream parlor? I do like that. Yeah, I take that. A little spot to get some ice cream, little cafe. I do like that. And then we are gonna do we're gonna fit a public restroom here. Lovely. Okay. Looks very nice. And then I think on the back side here, just kind of hide this with some landscaping. Okay. I think that's nice. I'd almost like to do, yeah, that would actually look, I think that would look really sharp if we did. Perfect. And then we can pull this path. Oh, bugaboo. I need to move that for a minute. I have to do that in one big movement. I have to pull that all the way through. Maybe that's the reason there's this little opening here in the corner. Perfect. Okay, I love that. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Okay, I think that looks really sharp now. I have been very much enjoying the it's been like a two-way thing, which is not surprising to me because I've done a lot of traveling, so I've been a lot of places. But I think for Americans who haven't traveled, they seem to be a bit surprised on like how lovely the foreigners are and like well behaved, and that they like, you know, clean up after themselves and you know what I mean. And then I think it's been really fun to see the videos of, and it's just like, it's just how America is portrayed. Like when I think of America, I don't think of like Walmart and fast food, but it's just interesting that there's so many videos of like people being like, okay, I'm at the Walmart, and they're, you know, it's fun. It's been really fun. And I think it's like such a, just like a healing thing too, just to, you know, I don't know. It's been lovely. It's been lovely. For sure. It's been too funny. Okay, that's nice. Building doesn't need more than that. All right, and then we have this monstrosity, which is quite huge. I do like the front of this building. I feel like this could back up a little bit, like so. Yeah, and there is a little door back here. I'm just wondering if yeah, let's just roll with it. Yeah, and that's not to say anything, you know, negative about people who haven't traveled. I just think it's like, you know, it's interesting to see like what's surprising people, and you know, it's just fun, you know. It is fun. It is very fun. Okay, I think I'm just gonna pull through these apple trees. But yeah, I think like, you know, I just think it's interesting that that people like want to go to Walmart to see it. Just like, that's not really what I think about when I think of America, but you know, that's just the way of, you know. And again, there are things like when Americans travel where I'm sure people are like, that's what you guys want to go see? Okay. Do your thing. I'm sure it's a two-way thing. For sure. But the reactions are so funny of the stores and all of that stuff. It's really lovely. Again, it's just like, it's wholesome, you know, and I think we need that. We need the wholesomeness. Let's grab our line tool and let's get some good spacing here. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. Very nice. Yeah, very true with the internet. Yes, you get to connect and meet and talk with people that you know, may have never had the chance to meet, or, you know, it is really nice. It is really nice. Okay, what do I want to put in here? I'd like something that kind of goes, it's something kind of across from here a little bit. Let's look in the, let's go look in the Africa and miniature, because I'm just kind of curious if there's maybe something here that might work. Like, these are huge. This little guy is cute. Could use that somewhere. I feel like with Move It that could fit. We try to make that fit. I feel like that would be a nice piece to have. Put you there. And we're gonna grab you and pull you over. Yeah, it definitely works with Move It. I'm kind of lining that up with the pyramid of safety there. Oh yeah, that totally works. That's fun. It's a cool looking building. It's funky looking. Fits with the funk. Yeah, it's giving off a little funky shadow too. I like that. Okay. Let's just go into here. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's do the same over here. Okay. We could do some covered parking. let's do a public restroom here, actually. Look really nice. Yeah, let's bookend this way. Yeah, I like that. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Nice. Okay. That works. And then I was thinking we could probably fit, yeah, like some more covered parking, but I want it to be on that road, not this road. Is this too big for this area? Probably. Yeah, we'll have to do the other sides, but that's okay. That's nice to have. Okay. And then we could also do, let's see, if we did a little 2x3. Yeah, this would look really cool there. A little funky, but cool. Put that there. Grab this. Move this over. Okay. I like it. It's a little funky. Kind of blends in with the funkiness of everything. Yeah, that looks nice. Why is there parking on this road? There should not be parking on this road. What's going on? This is a main road through here. Hello, Spencer. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. We are detailing up our museum area. One little section at a time. We're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, all right. That turned out nice. We'll still need to do like detailing around the edges, but I'm not going to worry about that today. We're doing the meat. We're doing the meat of everything today. Okay. this is kind of a fun little area here. I feel like we could do, you know what would look really nice here actually? Is like these, like the little ones. Yeah. Could be kind of like a fun little mix. Okay, let's mark these historical. These will just blend in really nice with this area. A little eclectic market. Okay, let's grab some trees to pull behind here. Lovely. Okay, that looks really cute. All right. Okay, so pyramid of safety. I feel like what I just need here is like a path from here. Yeah, and then just like some very simple landscaping. Nothing. What did we do over yeah, something like that. So let's grab our roses again. This is turning out so nice though. I hope you guys are enjoying the process. This all coming together. And I feel like I don't actually want to put any big trees here because I want this to kind of be the thing. So we're just gonna let that stand out. But what we can do, let's go ahead and do a nice little border here, like so. Those just went right on top and not in the middle like I wanted them. I messed up with the line tool. That's okay. You know what we'll do is we'll just fill in the gaps here. It's all good. Fantastic. Okay. All right, and then the area behind the pyramid of safety back here, I wonder, should we do like another cafe situation back here? Maybe like something that could be like a souvenir type shop. I don't know. Yeah, we could do this other cafe here. Oh, and it's got the thing out back. That does look nice on the corner there. We could do something with that, with the tiles there, potentially. I don't mind that. Let's just see. Oh, nice. That will tuck in underneath. Okay, we can do something with that. We can work with that. We grab... We already did the taco truck, but we could do the fish sticks. Pop that right there. And then grab... Grab our favorite little seating here. There we go. Just a little something back in that corner. And then we can just come through with our larger fluffy trees and just kind of fill that out a little bit. That's nice. Take this all the way down the side of the building, like so. And maybe what we'll do is just make it so this is like your nice little walking path around to the back of the building. Even though it's a cafe, it really doesn't need a food truck, but you know what? That's what we're gonna roll with. Because why not? Okay, I like that. That looks really sharp. We've really emphasized public restrooms and places to eat, and I think that was the right call for our museum. Okay, then we've got this building right here, which is so cool. And we do have a little bit of room, so we could pull this back a little bit just to give it more of a entrance out front. Yeah, it's a cool building. I'm glad you guys are liking it. Bye, Blue. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate you so much. Yeah, barbecue is so different depending on where you get it. It really is. And you know, the time that I spent in Austin will forever ruin barbecue for me. But I still remember what it tastes like. I don't regret it. But yeah, I'm forever ruined. Forever ruined. Meaning like the best thing I've ever, just amazing. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, ruined me for barbecue. In like the best way possible. Okay, now there is this path through here. Do I want to do something on this side? We could. And we do have this nice intersection here with the lights. And then we did put the lights here to prioritize pedestrians. So we can do that. So let's do this. Let's do something along here. And then we also bring it down to here. And it's like a back entrance into, which is fine. Let's grab our fence here. We definitely want the fence coming along there. Yeah. Yeah, but it's true for like, you know, it's so true for like different cuisines and stuff too. Depending on where you get it, it's gonna be different, you know? It's just gonna be a different experience. How awesome is food though? I mean, gosh. It really is. Okay, and then what I will do here is I'm just gonna draw in a fence here. And I think we need some rocks here. Lovely. Yeah, and there is that little door there on the side, so then I think we just also have a path that comes right in here too. Like, there's simple stuff too, like when I went to, gosh, what am I, oh, I'm totally blanking. When I went to no, not Panama. Gosh, why am I blanking? I'll think of it later. Anyways, one of the places I went, Colombia. When I went to Colombia? Yeah. What's the major town there? I'm pretty sure that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, like something as simple as like chicken and rice. I will never have better chicken and rice than I had there. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh. Memphis is a runner-up. Oh, interesting. That makes sense though. NC owns pork. But that's what I'm saying, like barbecue is different. There's like different types of barbecue, different types of places. Now, to be fair, like I haven't had barbecue in Memphis or NC. So, you know, I could go there and I could just think it's just as fabulous. So, who knows? But great things. Food, life. Food is life. But yeah, I think there's some places you go and it's, at least for me, like the food memories, they stay. Okay, I'm okay with this being a crossover to that too. Okay, and I think along this back side here, I'd like to see if I could sneak in, I know I probably can with Move It, is to sneak in some parking along that side. I think would be very good. I just think, yeah, I'm just gonna have to flip it around because I don't want parking on this main road, but I do want parking here. Okay. Very nice, very nice. And I think we should throw in another public restroom over here. Just good to have. It's not gonna fit there, but that's okay. All right. Let's move this down to here then. Love that. All right. And it's only 11:15. We did this in 2 hours and 15 minutes. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, I think we should take the trolley ride around. And I'm going to stretch. And I mean, I'm down to stream a little bit longer if you guys are down for that, because I think we just go ahead and like finish up the edges here. Wow, we've really powered through that like in the best way. Let's get down here. I'll let you guys ride around the tram. And yeah, then we'll keep streaming and go ahead and fully finish this area up since we have time. I'll be right back. Enjoy your ride. Okay. All right, let's hop out of here. I just want to check now that we have everything placed, where are all of our tram stops? Okay, so we've got a stop under, oh, stop underneath there. One there. We really don't need this. We don't need this one back here. That's not really necessary. We should actually have this stop be on the pedestrian road there, next to the cafe. Okay, and then we have stop here. That makes sense. We've got a nice stop here. Perfect. And I feel like we should... we should just pop in another stop here. Kind of close, but why not? I feel like we definitely should. Okay, that works nicely. Man, this looks really cool. I'm very happy with this build. It's just like kind of an eclectic mixture of assets. They work together. And also, like, you couldn't do all this in a day. You could not physically do all of these unless you like speed walked all the museums, you know? So it's like every time you come, it could be a different experience, you know? But then also for the community that lives right across the way within walking distance, especially this lovely senior center right here, you can just walk across and like you could just enjoy a lovely walk without going into any of the museums, or just go over to one of the cafes, or just ride the trolley. Well, tram technically, but yeah, really cool. Such a great amenity. Okay, well, let's go ahead and finish this on up. So we've got this area back here. So I just think I do some nice tree tailing, some nice tree planting and some rocks back here. And we can do something a little more fancier in here. But I think, oh, we don't need to have this sped up that fast. Let's go ahead. Let's actually start with the rocks. I'll pull that through. Okay, and I think what would be nice is to go ahead and lean into the juniper here. Let's grab our line tool and pull this along the road here. Good start point. Okay, and then I don't think we need a lot of trees in here. Definitely not dense, but just a little sprinkling. Just a little bit. Beautiful. Okay, that's very nice. And then in here, yes, the tree tailing is brilliant. It is brilliant. Okay, let's do some nice colors in here. Let's go ahead and grab our fence. And actually, you know what might be nice to have over here? Is we definitely could fit a little plaza could be nice. I feel like, I know we just did the flower plaza over there, but there's the other one that's small too, right? This one. Yeah, I feel like we just center this up like that. And grab these same trees. Like so. And then also bring in a little bit of color. Oh, that's actually really nice. Nice spot for waiting for a tram. Joyification, yes. Joyification. Okay. We should actually ride the monorail today too. Oh, and we need to do a night view as well. I will not forget. Okay. All of that is on that side is done, that side is done. Okay, so we've got this part back here. So definitely coming in with the fencing. Beautiful. Now, we do have this park and ride right here, so I feel like it would be a total disservice if we didn't allow some sort of pedestrian connection to be able to use the park and ride. To be able to, you know, walk from this over into, even though they're walking across the highway, but there is a crosswalk there, so I feel like, why not? And then what we can make sure that we do is go here, no crossing there, and then we'll allow the crossing there. Yeah. Okay, and then along this little highway, oh, that's going to block. Okay, let's actually grab our, I do like this zoo fence here. Let's put that just along there. And yeah, because if I do it here, it's going to totally block that. So we can't do that. But what we could do is if we trick it. I mean, I don't know if this will work or not, but, and then if I delete this, no, it goes right back. I should have guessed that. I should have guessed that. Well, that's okay. That's okay. No big deal. We're just going to use some landscaping over here anyways. And just use some rocks over here. Why not? Oh, I love to see how many people are using this already to walk across. That's great. That is great. Okay. Yeah, we don't need much on this outside. Actually, I want to be able to really enjoy the view of these buildings, so I don't think I'm actually going to put any trees in this area at all. Let's just continue the fencing here. Lovely. Okay, what we can do in here, because we can't, you know, there's nothing wrong with open green space, but this isn't good usable open green space, so we will do a little bit of some bushes here. We're gonna lean into little vanilla ones too. Just like that, just a little bit of something. Okay. Nice. All right, I like that a lot. Okay, we should take a monorail ride, and we should also do a nighttime view. And also, we should decorate this while we're here. Oh, this whole area kind of needs a revamp. Like this section here. I don't like how these houses came in here. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Okay. Now, this little section here could be a pedestrian street, and then we could do something with that. Yeah, it's just a tram turnaround. So then, let's go ahead. Get rid of these. Let's do something all nice down here. Jaywalkers. Yes. Okay, you know what would be nice to have here is maybe some apartment buildings, and then maybe like a little, like a restaurant and a bar, maybe like a mini nightlife spot down here. Maybe that's what this is known for. Give the tram a reason to come down here. What I'd love to do is I'd love to put this in the middle. Oh, and it'll let me too. Are the trees? Ooh, the trees are a problem. I mean, the game's not gonna care. That's kind of a bummer. There is the smaller one in, hold on. Yeah, if we did the smaller one, this would definitely fit. We can make this look cool. Now, no, it's gonna overlap on that. Never mind. And that needs to be on a road, not a pedestrian. You know what? I really like this. Let's make it work, and we'll just use move it to change the circle a little bit, because I feel like it'd be cool if this was like a very cool like destination spot. So we don't need to move this much, but just a little. If we just make this a little bit bigger. I know I'm ruining my perfect circle that I had. But we got it to work. We'll definitely need to like pull through a pedestrian area here. But how fun is this if we make this like a little nightlife spot down here? Be kind of fun. Make it a destination. Make it a destination. And then what if we did do the Ferris wheel though? No, let's just stay up with the carousel. Yeah, these buildings are not happy. That's another reason if we put a couple apartment complexes there, because there's not enough workers for over there. Okay, let's do this. We can make this look really nice. All right, let's grab. We are gonna go all, and let's pull. We have okay, I'm just gonna plop these here for now. So there's these two pubs, and then there's also karaoke spot, and then there's this pub as well. There's the beach bar, And there's also like the nightclub, which could be really fun. And there's this other nightclub too. Let's see. Pack them in here. Pack them in here. This one does look nice on a corner. Should we swap this? We should swap this. Let this one be on the corner here. Okay. Little karaoke spot. Always nice to have. Just give a nice reason for the tram to actually come all the way down here. Little destination. I feel like put a little karaoke on this side. And then let's grab that other nightlife. Pop that right in there. Other nightclub, I should say. And if you're taking the tram to and taking the tram home, there's no need to drive. That's even better. Oh, could this... No, I don't have procedural objects, so I can't shrink this. I can't change the size of it, but that's okay. We're making it work. We're making it work. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, so then what I'd like to do is bring in, we need to, where is our, oh, of course, we've got this whole pedestrian area here that we created. Let's just pull that through. Excellent. And now we can just bring in some apartment buildings, which will be really nice. This still is so wonky. This has always bothered me. Can I fix this? It's a little better. Okay, and then I definitely need one last little thing, maybe a little, do we have some 1x3s? Twos, 2x2. There's a little restaurant. Oh, the comedy club, that's what we should definitely fit in there. we got? What do we got? Okay, let's mark all these historical. We've really packed in all the places. Okay. Yeah, let's pack in some apartment complexes. We'll do some surface painter. We'll make it look really nice. Vacant builds? What do you mean? Yeah, always when you don't have to drive is good. Regardless of your activities, like being near public transit is just the best. It really is. Okay, let's yeah, let's go ahead. I'd love to get some nice apartment buildings in here. Oh, I do love these. These are great. I also really like some of these as well. Let's actually cut that one. Let's do yeah, I really like, I do like these. Do we have a 3x4? I'm sure we do. Yeah, that's a nice one. But I'd like something a little bit bigger. Yeah, let's do that. And then we could do a little 2x2. Let's fix our lighting here so we can see what we're doing. I don't know if you guys can hear Anna, she's dreaming. It's too funny. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna go with all this style. Yeah. Okay, do we have a 3x2? No, but we probably have. Perfect, and then 3x4. Perfect. Let's mark these historical. We took a little detour today, but you know what? That's just fine. This is a fun little project. This will look nice once it's all in and decorated. Okay. Yes, I am packing them in. Okay, that's all right. Do this one here. And then we will do... Okay. Then we're going to grab Surface Painter and we're just going to fill this all in. And I'm going to blend this a little bit better here too. But that looks really cool. Then we could do something here at the end. Yeah, we could do, I mean, do we want to, I just feel like it won't fit in there. The Ferris wheel would be kind of cool at the end to do. Just don't think it'll fit properly. It would look very cool though. It's just like not a great place for a Ferris wheel because there's really nothing to look at out here. We'll ditch it. We'll ditch it. There's nothing for it to be out there. But what we will do is we are going to grab no surprise to anyone. Oh, and look, it even popped up. My favorite park that looks great on pavement. We're gonna pop this at the end here. Fantastic. Okay, this is gonna be good because all these, well, there's only a few here, but we needed some more people in this area. Okay. Did I mark everything historical? No, I did not. Let me go through and do that, and then we can play, and then we can blend things out and make everything look really nice. Really nice. But like, you know, if you were a person who really enjoyed the nightlife, a great little spot to live. You've got public transportation to everything and you can walk to the pub. But you're kind of off at the end of the end of Cider River. But I guess depending on what we build across the water, you're close to that. So just depends. Okay. Now let's also, we can unpause this here. Let's also, I kind of would like to blend this out a little bit. So I want to just remove those. Sorry, everyone. We'll give you new places to live. Don't worry about it. That's kind of an awkward little spot there. Oh, we got the jokes coming in. What did one slice of bread say to the other slice of bread? You're toast. Such a good one. How do you spot a radical baker? They're always going against the grain. Oh, too fun. Too fun, too fun. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is go ahead and I'd like to do these lower apartments here. And then let's do yeah, kind of like these low-key smaller ones. I'm gonna move these this way just to kind of slightly build up in height on this end. Okay, let's mark all these historical. Man, emerging downtown just gave us so many great buildings. Really did. Really, really did. Okay. I'm gonna pack those in there. Lovely. And then we do we have a 2, 4? Oh, we do, and some smaller ones. Oh, these ones would look nice. Let's do those there. Okay. That'll be nice just to help blend all of that in. We definitely need some trees in this area too, like in between these houses. Why are you sad? You are a perfect little place for a coffee shop. Be happy. Yeah, I might do that off camera, as fiddle with this neighborhood a little bit more. Kind of clean it up. And then we need to do some more detailing around this edge too, just to help with that. But yeah, this is good. All right, let's do a monorail ride now that everything along our monorail is done. And then let's get some nighttime views. I think that'll be good. Where is our monorail? Oh, here's it's coming in now. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We'll do a daytime monorail ride and then we'll do a nighttime. Okay. Nice, nice. Do love a good monorail. Oh, that looks really cool. Hold on. Hold on. We got our lighting off kilter. We need to kind of be a little bit more going this way. Get a better view. Are we on this one? Yeah, here we go. That That way we can see everything clearly. Better lighting. I don't know about you, but thinking through all the neighborhoods that we've built in Cider River, I think I'd live in any one of them. But, you know, there are definitely, I have some favorites, but, you know, I've been so intentional about including, you know, really thinking of having everything walkable within a 15-minute and just making sure there's just ample amounts of public transportation and park space, which just increase the quality of life, and lots of services. You can walk to everything, no matter what neighborhood you're in. Very cool. All right, so let's do this. I get some nighttime vibes here. Guess let's put it over here. And let's also see how the power holds. Time of day. Let's just hit play and like see how our power holds here. Okay. It's all right. Oh, look at the museum area at night. Wowza. Wow. Very cool. All the different colors. Very fun. Okay. Yeah, this whole area here was such a fun neighborhood to build. Our family fun park over here. The zoo. And then here's our campus at night. Very well lit, if I might say so myself, if you're walking around. Got our stadium there. Yeah, really nice at night. The suburb area over here. Very pretty at night. Check out our Christmas town. Very nice. Oh, I think we're teetering on the edge of disaster. Yes, we are. All right, well, we got a view of this side of the this side. We've seen the other side at night. We'll definitely do night again. Not right now. We're teetering on the edge of disaster. But yeah, I am really pleased with how well traffic flows through Cider River. Everything. Very nice. Yeah, and I think I'll do a couple little things off camera, but then I think tomorrow we should start thinking about moving over into our final area. Got this huge area over here, which we've set up very well. We've got our metro right here, which we can pull across into there. So, yeah, we are set up. Set up. It does look cool at night, yeah. Greg. Oh, too funny. I love the dad jokes. They're really my favorite. Really my favorite. But yeah, I think I will be interested. You know, I feel like we have set up traffic so well and really have such good public transportation. I will be interested to see when we turn despawning off if Cider River does well. I feel like it will, though. I feel like it will. The other thing I need to do that will definitely take a lot of time is I do want to go through and name all the buses appropriately. I know that's kind of like doesn't need to be done, but I'd like to do it. I'd like to do it. And also it's a good opportunity to look at the bus routes and make sure that, like, are they redundant? Are they needed? Are there other bus routes that we need? Things like that. So that's going to be really important. But yeah, I think I just have a little bit of like light detailing to do in this area. Maybe I'll do that off camera. And then yeah, we've got our final build area over here. So I have a bunch of ideas, but maybe we'll just see what organically comes together. Well, my other two cities, I don't think they'll even load. So that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna put Cider River on the workshop. I will do that. But yeah. Yeah, my other two, I know my other one of mine I know won't open, but I don't know about another one. That's another thing. Who knows? Anywho. All right, everybody. Well, we'll be back tomorrow in Cider River, but wow, we've really gotten a lot done in the last couple of streams to kind of finish things up and make some important road infrastructure changes and just kind of bringing everything together really nicely. So yeah, I'm excited to get back in here tomorrow and start working on our new area. So, and Anna is ready for me to be off the computer. All right, everybody, I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope that you all have a joyful day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.